Warning, STS Radio contains vulgar people, vulgar language, and vulgar ideas. If any of this offends you, kindly blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again, shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle-Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready?
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? No, I'm not doing that fucking bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
It's hump day, isn't it?
Well, yes it is, Paul. Yes it is.
My favorite day of the week.
So let's go put the X in sex, shall we?
Okay, now you're overusing it.
I guess.
Yeah, really. Oh, man. So, all right. So, let's kind of jump into this. Kind of what we had said we were going to do here was, what were we going to do? We were going to talk Batman.
Super battle.
Yeah,
super debate.
Yes, we were going to have the debate over Superman versus Batman, since the movie had been announced and whatnot, and, the Batman cartoon movies based on the Frank Miller comic have come out. I kind of thought we should have this little discussion, and I'm kind of disappointed in a way, like, because you had sent me a text like, hey, we're going to have my uncle on, this is going to be awesome. And,
yeah.
And it would have been nice to get somebody who pretty much has spent their life, revolved around comics in a way.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have his input.
Yeah,
because actually I was talking to him about it over dinner, so I can kind of take the side of Batman a little more easily now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he brought up some good points.
Oh, shit.
So I can feel confident now because I can just regurgitate what he said.
But then it's not your opinion now, is it?
Well, no, but it wouldn't be in the first place because my personal opinion actually is that Superman would win the fight, but
well, then we have no
I'm more
debate.
than happy to play the devil's advocate.
Well, then we have no debate since we both agree.
Pretty much. If we were really going to debate, then yeah, I mean, I would be on your side. That's why it would also be nice to get him in, because then it'd be like, Then
it would be like an actual fucking debate here.
Yeah. He said he'd be willing to do it down the road. He wants to prepare for it and shit, so.
What's it prepare for? Like, it's not exactly like we're going up against a fucking debate team here. Like, we're arguing shit that he has more knowledge about than I have about fucking M&Ms.
That's true.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I just imagine him talking to you like, all right, look, Bruce, like, I've done some shit for you before, man. Like, I put you in a Ghost Rider comic, no fucking problem. Fucking drawing skulls for you, no fucking problem. You want me to debate Batman versus Superman? Fuck yourself. I'm not lowering myself to that bullshit.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like, what were some of the points that he had brought up? Because I'm actually curious to hear them now.
Well, I had made kind of your point against him, which is that, Batman, if it were just a straight-up fight, like, no preparation whatsoever, then I think Superman would win. And he was like, that's impossible, because he would always be prepared. He's always prepared. He always has kryptonite on him. He that's the definition of Batman. He doesn't have a superpower, but that is his power, is his intellect and being prepared for any situation. And I was like, right on. I don't have an argument for that.
Okay, what about fucking Superman's, like, infinite fucking knowledge of everything? A guy who can read a library in a matter of fucking seconds, still retain that fucking knowledge.
But has he?
He could.
He could, but did he?
I don't think he has.
But I actually was reading a bit online, too, and I got some other opinions there, and I think they have valid points, too, which is, like, it's kind of impossible for the fight to not be prepared in the first place, because if it's Superman versus Batman, like, everybody's gonna fucking know about it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like one of those things like, oh, it's Al Snow versus,
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to hear like some of the other points that were made here. Like I'll try and counter them as best as I can.
Well, he did raise the point that he has been beaten already in The Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, but let's face facts here. Okay, Batman is not the one who beat fucking Superman. If fucking anything, Green Arrow took Superman down. A one-armed fucking Green Arrow fired a fucking shot with his teeth while being chased by the cops. I'm at least going by the movie because that's the only reference I have. I've never read the fucking the graphic novel of it, but that's all I can go on for right now. So,
oh man, like fuck Green Arrow.
Exactly, fuck Green Arrow. Seriously, he's like a glorified version of Robin Hood, except he just doesn't give shit back to the poor, does he?
I don't think so.
Okay then. Fuck
Not
him.
that I remember. And then again, I was never really a Green Arrow fan.
Yeah. Fucking Green Arrow.
But aside from that, I've read some other good points about, like, for example, Batman. He really only protects, like, Gotham. He's not really so much, concerned with saving the world. He mostly, his world is Gotham, more or less. Whereas Superman does kind of save the world. So, in that respect, Superman has more enemies. So if they were to fight, there's probably a lot more people out there that would like to see Superman dead than there are Batman dead. So there would probably be a large group of, people who would interfere in the fight, and they'd probably be after Superman rather than Batman.
But here's the point that I can make in counter of that. If Batman is the one who has taken down Superman, we'll just say he has, just for the sake of fucking argument, because he's an asshole. Wouldn't enemies be a lot more afraid of Batman than Superman? Just like, well, look, this guy took down fucking Superman. We haven't done that. Like, this guy's a lot more fucking terrifying.
I suppose.
So, I mean, there was the graphic novel. What was it? Batman Superman. I think it was Batman Superman Apocalypse or something like that. Like, Darkseid comes, takes Supergirl away, and makes her this evil fucking bitch on her period, and Batman scares Darkseid because Darkseid has all these like I guess they call them like doomsday bombs or something like that. I don't know what the fuck you call them, but essentially they're bombs that he throws on planets and whatnot, and they essentially turn them into another apocalypse. Mm-hmm. Batman figures out the fucking code by some fucking sheer dumb luck. And changes the fucking code, and Doomsday is trying to beat the fucking information out of him. Batman's not cracking. He's like, if it were the Kryptonian or the Amazon, they would have broken by now because they want to save lives. You could care less. So fucking Doomsday's just like, change the codes and get the fuck out of here. So, but I think a lot more fucking villains would want to see Batman dead than fucking Superman.
I don't know about that. just because of the scale. That point made sense to me, because if Batman doesn't, anger anybody outside of Gotham, that really doesn't leave very many people to be mad at him. Yeah. Everyone else would be like, who's that fucking the cape and cowl and shit? They'd be like, that's Batman. Like, who?
Well, you also figure fucking Batman's probably made more enemies since he joined the Justice League, because the Justice League is about protecting the world, is it not?
I suppose that's true. That's a good point, actually.
Well, there we go.
That is a good point.
All right, so
But there was also the point that, because Batman is always by nature prepared, even if it wasn't like an announced fight, he probably always has it, since he is a member of the Justice League, he probably always kind of has it in the back of his mind, like, and I'm sure Superman has this too going on. But
Superman was the one who gave him the kryptonite and said, look, if I ever go rogue, fucking use this.
Well, exactly. Like, I'm sure both of them have it in mind, like, that the other could go rogue at any moment, so that they'd be kind of prepared for that.
Yeah. But
I'm sure there's always a backup plan. That's sort of Batman's MO.
Right. I mean, let's kind of, if you want to go over like preparedness and whatnot, fucking okay. Let's say Batman, locks himself in like a steel, like a lead vault, because he's got the fucking money to do that. This guy has a never-ending supply of wealth. Mm-hmm. Even though Gotham's economy could be in the shitter, but yet Bruce fucking Wayne is still like eating fucking steak for fucking breakfast and shit.
Well, he has an international company under his belt, sir.
Right.
And that's another thing too, actually. That there's the point that as Bruce Wayne, he has the power to basically run a smear campaign against Superman, and kind of like fuck over his whole like he can have the people turn against him.
He kind of could, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think
So he could win the fight without actually having to show up.
Yeah, in a way, I don't think Batman would stoop to, that kind of thing, though, in a way.
That's the only thing, yeah. It would be very out of his character to
like,
do something that underhanded.
Yeah, because Batman, to me, is like a character that's like, look, if I want to take down Superman, I'm going to do it myself. Like, he's going to go the whole Lex Luthor way. Like, look, I'm taking him down my fucking self. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be the one that takes down the Blue Boy Scout.
Yeah, I mean, then again, in the realm of Batman doing things that, he wouldn't or can't do, I mean, there's the whole bending guns and shit in Dark Knight and being like, I don't want to be Batman anymore,
Yeah, exactly. Like, they turned him into Spider-Man. Like, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore.
Pretty much,
Like 5
yeah.
minutes later, he's like, fuck this. I'm throwing the costume on. I'm saving the world.
It's fun to be Batman. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wouldn't be that weird to see Batman do something that he wouldn't normally do, because they've already done that before, too.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
Yeah.
hopefully the bending the gun thing wasn't intentional. They're just like, he's Superman now, like, he can bend guns.
Yeah, like, hopefully I wasn't the only one who stood up in the movie theater and was like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, I was watching that like, did he really just bend a fucking shotgun barrel?
And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I have the entire, like, Superman animated series on DVD, and there was one episode where fucking Bruce was under mind control from fucking Brainiac.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman, like, dressed up as Batman, so, like, the criminals will be like, oh shit, Batman's back, fuck, he's fucking returned, because, like, everybody's like, Batman hasn't been seen in, like, 3 fucking nights, what the hell's going on? Crime spree!
Batman's fucking getting tanked somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's party.
Exactly. I want that new TV. What are you doing? Batman's out of here.
He's on vacation or some shit. I don't know, just steal shit.
He's taking a bat dump.
A really long one.
Fucking Angry Birds game's got him on the shitter for 3 nights.
Only he calls it the Angry Bats.
Yeah. Like, see, that would make a lot of fucking money if the creators of Angry Birds did like a Batman version.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, like if they did that, like a DC superhero Angry Birds edition, yeah, they'd make huge bank on that.
I might actually play it.
I would probably play it myself. I play the Star Wars one myself. just because I need something to do while I'm on the shitter and fucking there's no newspaper.
I'm sure you could read it online. Anyway, we're getting off Superman.
Yeah. Anyways, so one of the other points that that was made was, Superman has to face like harder enemies, so he's got to be more superpowered or something like that, and like kind of exactly like Superman's going up against this, like, we'll take fucking Brainiac for example, because we mentioned him earlier. Like, Brainiac, fucking keeper of the universe's knowledge, fucking destroys a planet after he's done getting all the knowledge from that place. So, motherfucker's tough to get rid of. Like, you can destroy his fucking body and whatnot, and he'll come back with a fucking brand new one. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just one of the enemies that Superman has to go up against. You go with the fucking villains of fucking Batman, like, they're a joke. They're a fucking joke. You got a guy on fucking roid rage who broke Batman's back, and then by magic, fucking Bruce Wayne's back was able to heal, and he's able to be fucking Batman again. Which, that was a fucking complete cop-out.
Yeah.
I would say even more so than, like, the whole death of Superman, and Superman, like, was just in a healing coma bullshit. Like, that's more of a cop-out than that.
I don't know. Dead is dead, no matter how you slice it.
Exactly.
But it's the comics, it's basically a
yeah.
soap opera, so no one ever really dies.
Yeah. Except they're actually killing off the new Robin now, so it's
Of course they are. Well, they've killed plenty of, sidekicks and things before. They killed fucking Supergirl, but...
Well, yeah, that was in the Infinite Crisis comics, was it not?
I believe so.
Yeah, and they only killed one other Robin, that was it. Jason Todd.
At least 2 others.
No, only one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, only one. Because you think about it, there's been 5 Robins up to this point. There was the Dick Grayson who grew up, became Nightwing.
Right.
Then you had, I think it was...
And I thought Nightwing died, didn't he?
I don't know if Nightwing died. I don't
thought
know.
he did eventually.
Maybe, but that doesn't count as a Robin dying.
Fuck you.
There was Jason Todd. who got the shit kicked out of him by the Joker and that was blown up and then was brought back as the fucking Red Hood. So, I mean, that counts as a Robin dying.
Wait, Jason Todd was brought back as the Red Hood?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, because the Red Hood was the person who eventually becomes Joker.
Yeah, and then fucking when Jason Todd came back to life because Ra's al Ghul, like, dipped him in the fucking eternal bath or whatever the fuck it is that keeps him youthful. Like, dude just, like, freaked out, went back to Gotham, kind of remembered his way, and he's like, fuck it, I'm taking down the criminals because Batman refuses to fucking kill him. So he just took on the persona of the Red Hood. They made a movie of this. Did you not see it?
No, but that's a stupid idea.
Yes, anyways. Like, so, alright, so, fuck, we're getting off track again. This is your job, Bruce. Come on, you gotta keep me on track here. Otherwise, I can babble about this shit for fucking hours.
Well, if you want, we can actually do, like, other levels. Aside from just, like, a physical fight, like, we can also do, like, the other aspects of the characters, such as, like, their costumes, their music, their movies, the way they're represented, if you will. Or do you want to just stick to the fight?
I'll stick to the fight.
Stick to the fight.
We'll
Fine,
stick to the fight for right now. But yeah, you look at Superman's villains; they're all like super powered, or they're at least like physical fucking beings that, you know, they got to be taken down in a huge fucking fight. I.e., fucking. Do you honestly think fucking Batman could have taken down Doomsday?
I don't know, man.
If he was prepared, he could.
Well, he would be prepared. He's Batman.
Yeah, how much prep time would Batman really have if fucking Doomsday, like, crashes into Earth and then busts out and fucking starts, like, smashing shit? Doesn't leave you a whole lot of time to prep for that. So, I mean, Batman, no way he could take down fucking Doomsday.
How can Batman be prepared for everything, every possible scenario?
I don't know, but that's the fucking argument that I hear, is that, Batman's prepared for this fight, so he
he is
take down
human.
Superman.
No human is prepared for everything. That's ultimately why I can't completely side with Batman, is because ultimately he is just a guy. So is Superman if he were on Krypton. Well, actually, no, he would have powers. They're just highly, highly muted. It's just that...
Well, no, like, he technically he wouldn't have powers because Krypton was under a red sun. Red sun fucking just makes him like a mortal person.
I thought that there was Krypton on his planet to prevent people from being evil and shit.
No, like the only reason like they didn't have superpowers was because they had fucking a red sun.
Well, your mom nooch.
Excellent argument. Shit, you win. Yes, my mom. Interesting point.
Duly noted.
Yes. Excellent point. 2 points, sir.
But I mean, like, seriously, it really is kind of hard for me to side with Batman in a way, because I mean, the amount of powers like that Superman has alone.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the only way that Batman is really effective is if he can get in close, because once again, he's just a guy. I mean, what's he going to do, resort to using a gun or something? Or he doesn't really have, like, a long-range weapon, so he ultimately has to come in and beat you up or trap you or something like that.
Yeah. And I mean,
so,
excuse me.
whereas Superman has, you know, laser eyes, he has the blow breath, if you want to count that. He can fly, so he's obviously faster.
Yeah, I mean, he's... And, like, you know, here's the thing. Like, there have been so many different comics where, like, Superman's had, like, different amounts of strength. Like, there was one comic, it was All-Star Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, like, overexposed himself to the sun and whatnot. Like, pretty much, like, was hit with so much fucking radiation from the yellow sun, it, like, just shot his fucking powers off the fucking charts.
He was arrested for exposing himself to his son?
Oh, this is why I podcast with Bruce. Always ready with a joke. I love it. But yeah, so, you know, they were testing, like, his strength and whatnot, and he was lifting, like, 200 quintillion tons, which I don't know how much the fuck that is. I have no idea how much a quintillion ton is, but I know it sounds like a shitload.
It's exactly the amount of bullshit that I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing was, like, Superman's cells were, like, breaking down slowly, but, you know, they were breaking down to the point where it was probable he was going to die. And I'm just like, well, this is fucking interesting. So,
So did he die?
well, no, he he pretty much became this like this beam of like energy, shot himself back into the sun because there were some villains like sucked out the energy from the sun, became the sun itself, became a red sun, and Superman took him down. So Superman like shot himself back into the sun to like re-energize it and whatnot. And there's like, what happened to Superman? Oh, he's fixing the sun. He'll be back. And then apparently when he came back, he was like two split personalities. There was a red Superman and a blue like electric Superman, which is fucking dumb.
That is dumb.
So,
see, the way I see it, a lot of people seem to paint Batman and Superman like in certain ways. Like, Batman is always viewed as kind of like, you know, the smart and technical kind of guy, sort of like the Bret Hart of wrestling, if you will. And Superman is always kind of painted as like, I don't know, like the warlord. Like, he's big and he's strong, but he's stupid. Like, I don't know why, but that's always seems to be the case. But I mean, Clark Kent is a seemingly pretty smart guy.
Yeah, Clark Kent has his fucking fucking feet on the ground, man.
That said, I do think Bruce Wayne Batman is smarter than Clark Kent / Superman. So,
well, you can't really say that in a sense though, because I mean, fucking Superman is Superman 24 hours a fucking day. You know, he puts on the suit and whatnot, becomes Clark Kent and whatnot. He's still fucking Superman underneath that. Bruce Wayne just puts on a suit. He's fucking Bruce Wayne. He's not really Batman until he puts the goddamn suit on. So, I mean, Superman is able to remember shit like to a fucking T. And really, I think the only reason they're writing Batman like this is because they needed to give him something to justify him being in the Justice League. You know, you got Wonder Woman who can fucking fly around, has like, you know, super strength and whatnot. You got the Martian Manhunter, you got the Green Lantern, Flash, all these guys with superpowers. And then you have Batman, who's just a guy in a fucking rubber costume. Who, you know, throws fucking batarangs, has a grappling hook and a fucking jet and a seemingly endless supply of fucking cash.
but he's a really badass human.
Right. But it seems like the only reason he's there though is because of his ability to be like this expert strategist. Like, he's the guy that comes up with the fucking plan.
You do have to question the move of the Justice League to be like, hey, let's pick this dude who only protects over this one city to join this team of people that's going to protect the entire world.
Yeah, but I mean, Batman's on several occasions he's been like they've asked him like, look, we want you to be a full-time member of the Justice League. He's like, fuck that, I'm part-time. So, you gotta give him that at least,
I suppose. But then that makes like Batman the guy who's like, I don't want it, as opposed to like them not even asking him in the first place. Like, Batman? Who?
Yeah.
That kind of makes them look silly, I suppose,
even like,
to not acknowledge their secondary, well...
There have been even a couple of comics, like even a couple of Justice League comic books where, even Batman's admitted himself, he's like, look, Superman holds back. If he didn't hold back, he could fucking kill me. So that's
he
the
has
thing.
admitted that?
He has fully fucking admitted that. He's fully admitted that. And there was an episode of Justice League. Toy Master comes down, fucking like starts destroying shit and whatnot. Hits Superman with like this beam that seems to like disintegrate him. Really, it's like a time travel beam. Sends him like hundreds of years into the fucking future. Everybody on Earth everybody in the present day thinks that Superman's dead and whatnot, and Batman even goes to like visit Superman's grave like by himself and whatnot. He's just like, seriously, how many fights did we win just because he was there? Like, Batman knows, like, essentially the Justice League would be kind of fucked without Superman.
Well, that's certainly true, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Batman would not physically be able to beat him.
Okay, alright, see, we got off topic again, didn't we? God damn it, it's too fucking easy to get off topic with this. Alright, so, yeah, another thing that I keep hearing is that, well, Batman's a master of stealth. Like, that's his big weapon, is that, like, you'll never see him coming. I'm like, bullshit, dude. If you have Superman's powers, you could hear him coming from a fucking mile away.
But then why doesn't... That's the thing, though. Then how does he get into the various situations that he does in the comics? Because there are so many... If that's the case, if he can hear everything, he can read books and be super smart and shit like that, why isn't he more like Batman in the sense of like the intelligence and the stealth and things like that? Why is he written as basically an oaf with They can like I
Because
can pick up this trade. Like I
Oh,
pick things
that's-
up and put them down.
Because I mean, that's unfortunately how fucking people view Superman, and it's in a way it's not really fair.
I mean, they should just draw in like him, chugging down beer and shit too. It's like he's just an average guy, only he can fling shit across the
Like
room.
that,
And
like that's kind of like what I dug about like Man of Steel. Have you seen it yet or no?
no,
Okay. Well, spoiler alert. There's one scene where, let's see, Clark Kent's kind of like roaming the world trying to like find himself. He hasn't turned into Superman yet. Mm-hmm. And he's working at like some like hick bar in like the fucking sticks of who knows fucking where.
Kansas, because that's where he ends up. Maybe.
Probably. I don't know, because it shows him like different fucking points around the world and whatnot. So
Oh, okay.
like at one point he's in the Arctic. There's another point he's like somewhere out to sea. So
How does that make any sense that he's like roaming the world and he doesn't know that he's Superman?
like he does know that he's like an alien, that he's different and whatnot, but he's just trying to find like that purpose in life. You know, like people that go on like a soul searching journey or whatever. So it's like, yeah, all right, you know what? I'll fucking buy this for a sec.
That seems a little strange, but okay.
so-
So wait, he crashes in Kansas, but ends up going on like a journey throughout the Earth.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Like, see, he doesn't really know his Kryptonian roots. Like, he knows about, like, he came to Earth, but he doesn't really know many more details than that. Because even his parents are like, look, we don't know where the fuck this thing came from. Like, oh, this is all that was sent here was, this fucking little super stick thing. And then, you in a blanket. That's pretty much it. But there's one guy that, like, pisses off Clark at the bar and whatnot. He's the guy's harassing a waitress. Clark comes over and says, hey, look, knock it off, blah, 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 blah. The guy tells him to fuck off and whatnot, throws a fucking beer can at him. So Clark gets pissed off. He fucking leaves before he gets into a fight because the girl's just like, look, he's not fucking worth it. Just, fuck off. So, the truck driver's done with his drinking and whatnot, and he goes out, to back to his truck. And he finds his truck, which was hauling, like, huge fucking logs and whatnot, pretty much just, like, twisted up into a pretzel and just, like, smashed the fucking pieces. I'm like, there we fucking go, man. Like, Clark Kent is human after all. 'Cause I would have done that myself. But, yeah, it's... Like, it really just annoys me, like, when people just, like, go to that instant cop-out of, like, well, Batman has kryptonite, that's it, that's how you take down Superman. I'm like, well, all right, well, Batman's not always going to have the kryptonite, is he not?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know.
Well, like Superman's gonna catch him in the shower or some shit.
Yeah, like Superman breaks into Wayne Manor.
Oh, I got you, bitch.
He just pulls back the curtain. He's like, "What are you doing?" Like, "I'm your new hot water heater, bitch," and just fucking hits him with the fucking heat beams. Just fucking burns him to a crisp. And then just for further insult, just goes and rapes Alfred.
Oh, Jesus. No, because again, he would see that coming.
No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't see that coming. Like, suppose, like, Superman's like off fighting some villain and like on like another planet, gets hit with like red kryptonite or something like that. Which, nobody really knows like what red kryptonite does. They just know it fucks with Superman in some fucking way. Like one day it could turn him into an absolute asshole. The other day it could just make him like the most melancholy fucking person on the planet. Another day he could just be like, "Oh, you guys committing a crime? All right, go ahead. Who cares? Oh, you guys are stealing checks from that business? Yeah, who cares? They'll rewrite the checks. Fuck it. It's not important."
I don't know, man. I still maintain that it would be a pretty big deal because even, I mean, like, basically, in order for them to fight, one of them would have to turn. There's really no way that they would fight each other other than, for sport and really try to, like, hurt or kill each other unless one of them were to turn, because there's no way, Batman would attack, the ranking and most valuable member of the Justice League, on a whim. And there's no way that, Superman would just attack Batman willy-nilly because there's no reason to,
Right.
So there would obviously have to be some sort of turn from one of them in order for that to spawn any kind of fight. And certainly people would know, like, oh my god, fucking Batman just lost his fucking brains. Like, he just went completely crazy and just punched Superman in the nuts.
Yeah, well, here, he'd break his fucking fist on his dick.
Or like Superman went crazy and just fucking, tried to bend Batman over and rape him in the ass or something. It was weird.
Watch out, Batman's gone batshit. Ah. Oh, man.
Exactly. I mean, there would be a big to-do over it. Like, oh my god, the superhero, like, he just kicked a small child,
Yeah, but I mean, here's a way you can easily do it, though. You have one of the Superman's villains, because there's no way fucking Batman's villains would fucking pull this off, because, the Penguin's gonna come out with some grand fucking scheme to, like, control somebody's mind? I don't fucking think so.
What about Ra's al Ghul?
Ra's al Ghul, I doubt it. Doesn't really deal in mind control that much.
That's true.
But I mean, you really think about it, like, the only...
Well, remember, they had the Riddler try to do something like that in the movie.
Yeah, but the Riddler's a fucking joke of a villain anyway, so who gives a shit?
I don't know. That actually might kind of make sense. It's just that, they had Jim Carrey do it, so that was kind of shitty.
I mean, the Riddler as a villain is just a fucking goof. Because he's just like, I'm gonna leave you clues as to what the fuck I'm doing. As opposed to just like, I'm just gonna rob this fucking bank. I'm not gonna tell anybody I'm fucking doing it.
I think it's more of like a mental instability kind of thing. Sort of like the Joker,
Yeah, like
the Joker doesn't really try to hide his crimes. None of the criminals really try to hide their crimes in any of the comic books, because if they did, they wouldn't get caught and beat up by the superheroes.
No, but I mean, at least Superman would, hear the fucking, like, the bank alarm going off, going, oh shit, somebody's breaking into that. Flies down, sees that it's fucking somebody robbing the fucking bank, and he's just, there we go. Fuck that shit. So,
It's on me.
I mean, here's one villain that I think could pull it off is, and who I think would actually be a good villain for a Superman movie, would be Mr. Yesipiklik.
Wait, well, what?
The guy's name, Mr. Fuck you.
You just had like word vomit there, Mrs.
Yeah, what's his name? Mr. Misya Spitlik.
What? Who is this?
Mixya Spitlik.
Yeah, but who is it?
He's basically an imp from the fifth dimension.
And this is from the Superman universe?
Yes, this is from the Superman universe. And basically, like, his main goal in life is to just fuck with Superman to no fucking end. And the only way Superman can get rid of him is if Superman gets him to say his name backwards or spell it or some way to, like, get his fucking name down on paper or something backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're telling me fucking Batman would be able to fucking, like, deal with this little fucker, like, just, like...
Totally. I think he could handle that better than Superman could.
Well, then, here's the thing, because, like, people always picture Superman as, like, this fucking brute that has no intelligence, almost like the Incredible Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Which I just read a great graphic novel. I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, they think he's some fucking brute with no brains like the fucking Incredible Hulk, yet Superman is able to outsmart this motherfucker at every step. So
has he gotten him to say his name?
He's gotten him to say his name, spell his name, and whatnot. Oh, yeah.
So then why hasn't he gone away?
Well, because he comes back every 30 days. That's basically, like, his
So
rule.
he hasn't found a way to make him not... to, like, go away more permanently?
Right.
So then I don't really view that as a win. Because he's coming back in 30 days no matter what.
Right, he comes back, what is it, like 30 days or 90 days or something like that, but regardless, he comes back and he has magic powers, which Superman is weak against magic, is he not?
Yes.
Okay, then. Superman's been able to take him down. Batman, I think, would have a lot harder of a time, because he's never really dealt with a villain that's had magic powers. You know, he's had to deal with. You know,
he has.
Not really. Because I mean, who's he had to deal with? He's had to deal with the fucking Joker, a psychotic guy running around as a fucking clown.
Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul.
Okay, Scarecrow is more like psychedelic drugs, so the guy's
still, I mean,
the guy's basically a fucking mushroom on legs.
Kind of.
He's a Grateful Dead fan.
I don't know. I would say kind of all of the villains get to him in one way or another. And probably none more so than the Joker, just because the Joker is ultimately the guy who killed his parents, although not really in the comics. But...
yeah, that was more like the movie. Like
See, that's the thing. Like it's there's different universes too, depending on the movies and the comics.
Yeah. Which actually there was a huge fucking mistake in the first Superman movie. You really think about this. Like think about this for a sec. Lex Luthor has this grand scheme. He's going to shoot 2 missiles, one at the West Coast, one at the East Coast. Superman's not fast enough to save them both, or to stop both of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet 10 minutes later, he's spinning the fucking Earth backwards to go back in time. Yet he's not fast enough to stop those 2 missiles. Like, fucking bullshit, dude.
Good point.
So, plus, here's another thing. Like, Superman could easily do against Batman. And I don't care what fucking gear Batman's wearing or what equipment he has. Superman could easily just, like, go up to the fucking, like, up into the fucking sky and whatnot, shoot his fucking heat beams, and just fucking melt Batman right to a fucking crisp. Because there is no fucking substance on Earth that Batman has access to that could stand up to, the heat that essentially could come from Superman's eyes.
Are you sure? There's nothing that's ever stood up to that? I'm sure there's been something.
I'm pretty sure.
There has to have been something that stood up to that. What about the fucking unfolding fucking shield that Batman had in the show? Surely that would stand up to it. That fucking cellophane-looking piece of shit, that would stand up to it, no problem.
Yeah, after Superman spent 5 minutes unfolding the fucking thing, I'm sure it could.
Superman would just wipe himself with it and throw it aside.
Superman just sees him go through the trouble of unfolding.
What is this, toilet paper?
Superman just sees him going through the trouble of unfolding the shield. He's just like, you know what, man? Fuck it. It's not even worth it anymore.
It's bad TP. Always gotta be prepared.
I just shit my costume.
It's backing up into my cowl because it's all one piece.
What did you have for lunch? Chipotle.
Oh, man.
That fucking place mows, man. That's a killer.
Wings over my anus.
I'm pretty sure you stuck your heat lasers up my ass because it's melting right now.
But, like, that's a good question. Like, couldn't he theoretically grab Batman and just fly straight upwards,
Yeah, like,
until they get past the atmosphere and just hold him there?
Yeah, I mean, that's actually what
Done.
Superman did with a couple of villains in, what was it, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. There was, who was it?
Or just throw him up there. You don't have to accompany him.
Yeah, he's like, fucking, why do I have to fly up there? Fucking throw him up there.
Just throw them real hard. Might tear their arms off in the process, but hey, bombs.
Possibly, but hey, whatever. You can wave them goodbye with it. But yeah, like, there was one villain, I think it was Siren, I think it was. It was like...
Banshee, maybe?
No, it was Siren, because Banshee's Marvel universe, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right, you're right.
So it was Siren, and, Superman's just, like, getting screamed at by this fucking bitch, and he just grabs her, fucking flies her straight up to the atmosphere, to the point where she passes out. And then for some fucking reason, Batman's got this little gizmo he puts on her throat and whatnot. He's like, hypersonic frequency, blah, blah, blah. She screams it's gonna go right back at her. Like, why didn't you think of this earlier, you fuck? Like, do you just have... You're just prepared for... Not only that, but, like, if Batman was prepared for every fucking villain, like, wouldn't he also be weighed down by all the equipment that he has? Like, he'd barely be able to move.
He'd need a bat tank. Well, that explains the tumbler, I guess.
Pretty much. Like, he's almost like Link in a way, like the Legend of Zelda games. Like, he carry, like, 50 billion worth, 1,000 items and whatnot, and yet he's still able to, like, move around and, like, swing a sword and shit. Like, if, in real life, you're carrying around a fucking ladder and fucking, like, a couple of jars and a shield and a sword and fucking different armors and different shields and whatnot. You're going to be weighed down so much, you're not even going to be able to fight.
No shit,
like,
you won't even be able to walk.
You're just
This is a
gonna
good point. Like, how much shit can he really carry?
You're going to be a fucking... You need a fucking burrow for that much equipment.
A burrow.
Yeah.
El Grande burrow.
From old El Paso. Yeah, like you would need a fucking like a fucking bat donkey to carry all that shit.
Bat donkey. What's that, Batman? That's the bat donkey. That's the bat ass. He's dumpy, isn't he?
I named him.
No, man, he definitely suffers from RPG syndrome in that, like, just like GTA or any RPG where a character has to carry this, like, insurmountable amount of stuff with them at all times. You're just like, how is this possible in real life?
Yeah.
Like this ninja, like, for example, Ninja Gaiden. Like, you're carrying around all this shit, like artifacts and whatnot, and you're still stealthy as hell. You're not, like,
Yeah, like...
like clunking around and shit.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, man. Like, the most equipment fucking Superman carries around is, like, I don't know, maybe some fucking pocket change or something. I don't know, but
Pocket change.
yeah, maybe
Where
some
in
pocket...
his suit is there, room for pocket change?
I don't know. Maybe he's
At
got
least Batman has the utility belt.
I don't know. Maybe Superman's got like pockets somewhere. I don't fucking know. Maybe he puts them in his boot or something. I don't fucking know.
His boot.
I don't know. Maybe he puts them in his boot. I don't know.
He's got a sandwich in there.
There's some boots and a sandwich.
That's his version of the utility belt. Is just boots and a sandwich.
Yeah. But yeah, and Batman suffers from like an RPG syndrome where he's got all this fucking equipment, yet he's able to fucking move around all fucking nimbly bimbly and still have all the fucking equipment that he needs to take down somebody. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's the only superhero that's not really self-contained. And again, it's because he's just a guy. He can't have powers.
Yeah.
You know what I would really love to see, though, is like a comic where like he thinks he's prepared for the right villain, but then he gets the a different villain.
Yeah, like, that would be great, man. Like, somebody's like, oh my god, Joker's robbing the fucking bank down the street. You gotta get down there. He goes down there, he's all prepared for the fucking Joker and whatnot. It's like Clayface.
It's fucking Two-Face.
Yeah, it's fucking Clayface or something.
Yeah.
He's just
what
like,
the fuck?
well, I'm prepared for this anyways. He just pulls out some some fucking magic fucking plot device that's able to like take down Clayface regardless.
Seriously, there has to be something that Batman is not prepared for.
Exactly,
Like maybe he walks into the doctor one day and they're just like, Bruce, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you've got the AIDS, sir. And he's like, fuck, I wasn't prepared for that.
No.
I mean, fuck, I wasn't prepared for that.
No,
because
then he just he goes back to the fucking Batcave, pops open a fucking like a little thing on the on his utility belt, pulls out a pill. AIDS all gone. Like Bruce Wayne has the cure for fucking AIDS, won't fucking give it out.
It's true.
And he would be that selfish too, like motherfucker.
You think so? You don't think he gave out the cure for AIDS? I think he would.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
Now you're writing Batman out to be like just this asshole.
Like he can be an asshole.
He's like the Superman of Superman 3.
Yeah.
He's growing a beard and drinking.
That's a fight I would love to see, is Batman versus Bruce Wayne.
Well, again, like I said, Bruce Wayne could totally fuck with his image and everything and just turn everybody against him, and then fuck all the villains and supervillains and shit. Like, the people would be against Superman, and I don't think that Superman could take on, like, all those people. He would surely be overwhelmed at some point.
Right, but if Batman has the ability for mind control, why the fuck is he going to bother controlling the public's mind when he can go after Superman's mind?
No, it's not mind control. It's just control over... It's sort of like brainwashing people, only without actually doing it, because it's just like, propaganda and shit. He has the power of propaganda. Again, it's debatable as to whether or not he would use it, but if he were really desperate and Superman turned and he was like, listen, the only choice I have to save Gotham, nigh the world, is to fuck with him in a way that I have not fucked with any of my villains, and that is to go for the brother's nuts. If I tell everybody that this dude sucks a dick, and everyone's like, oh, we don't go for that gay shit, then they're going to attack this motherfucker like crazy. So that's what I'm going to do.
Texas will rise up and slay him.
Texas alone will kill this motherfucker.
Superman
just
versus
tell him
Texas.
he's gay.
He's one of them there queers. Let's get him, boys.
There you go. Batman fucking captures Superman, right? And puts him in a kryptonite fucking cage and sends him to the south, the deep south. And he's like, hey, everybody, this guy in this cage, he's gay.
Not only is he gay, but he took your jobs. I took your jobs. Took
And
your
he hates
jobs.
Jesus. Go.
And he's a Jew.
Seriously.
You see on the news, like, Superman was burned at the stake today.
I really wonder, like, what Batman would ultimately resort to. Like, if he had to. Like, if it came down to, like, saving his shit, whatever's really important to him, if it's the world or whatever it is, what is important enough to him, and what would he do?
I think he would have to save the world in a way, because, as you said, he's got an international fucking global company, and the world goes under, hey, there goes his fucking money.
That's true.
It's
true.
You can't exactly fix the fucking Batwing when you're broke.
Hey, Alfred, can you toss me a couple $100,000 here? Need new tires on the Batwing.
You know what you have to do, master. All right. Batman just bends over. He's like, oh, let's hurry this up. Fucking Bane's on the loose again.
Oh man.
But yeah, like, it takes a lot of fucking credibility away when fucking Batman is supposedly able to take down fucking Superman. You know. So
Why does it take credibility away from Superman?
Yeah, from Superman, because and you really think about it, man. Fucking, you know, as I was saying earlier, like Superman goes up against these fucking villains like Brainiac, fucking Doomsday, Mixix-Spitlick, fucking, you know, Darkseid. All these fucking villains that could easily take down fucking Batman in a fucking, like, easily in a fight.
I don't know. I'd kind of like to see that, to be honest with you.
But
to have them switch villains.
Oh, you kidding me? Fucking Superman would have Gotham cleaned up in a fucking hour.
I'd actually kind of like to see that. Just fucking throw Superman into Gotham and see what he can do.
Yeah, he's no doubt there'd be fucking kryptonite there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, you know, but all of a sudden this guy who's taking down, you know, a psychotic clown, a guy who walks around with a fucking umbrella as a fucking weapon, this guy made of fucking clay, and a guy who's a walking fucking freezer. This guy can take down Superman? Like, it takes away a lot of credibility from fucking Superman.
I suppose you're right. I mean, in the sense that, like, all of Batman's villains, when you think about it, are ultimately humans or humans that have been modified in a way. Whereas it's not the case with Superman's villains. He's fought, you know, intergalactic beings and
like even
Brainiac.
Even like we'll even go by just the fucking movies themselves right now. We'll just go with fucking you know, the last 4 Batman and Superman movies. So the last 3 Batman movies, he had him go up against Ra's al Ghul, who fucking supposedly died in a train wreck.
Right.
You had
but he's immortal, so that's kind of that's like the one Batman villain that has any kind of supernaturalness to him.
Right. You had the Joker, who's fucking rotting away in Arkham or something, or probably breaking out at this very moment. Again, psychotic clown, whoopty shit. Superman could take him down in fucking 30 minutes plus commercials. And then the last one, you had fucking Bane, who was probably the most polite villain I've ever fucking seen in my life. If you really think about it, he was just like, "Hello, Gotham. I'm coming to take you over." Like, fucking really? Like, this is supposed to be Bane, like the big fucking, like, essentially the Hulk.
I break you.
Yeah, essentially, I break the Batman. And here he is going, "Would you kindly empty your wallets and move to the back of the line, please?"
I never saw that flick.
It annoyed me so badly.
I have no intention to, because I haven't heard anything good about it.
Like, that's kind of the thing. Like, one of the things that really annoyed me, like, a lot of people were saying, you know, Batman's voice, growling. I'm just like, really? You weren't annoyed by fucking Bane's voice? Like, no, that was badass. I was like, how's that fucking badass when he's, like, just so polite with everybody? Like, "Don't forget to wash your hands before you eat dinner tonight, Gotham." And then you got Batman, who, you know, I was like, fuck it, he has to change his voice, because otherwise people are going to be like, "Dude, you sound like Bruce Wayne."
There's an interesting point, like the identity thing. Like, people don't recognize that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but also people don't recognize that Clark Kent is Superman and vice versa.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, they each know who each other is, and they're just like, fuck it, we're not going to tell anybody, because fuck it, we're
well,
better
no,
than
but
that.
I mean, like, the general public, how are they all so stupid that no one recognizes these two people?
The Batman thing I can't really explain, but Superman, they kind of explained it in the comics, like, very, very early on. Clark Kent's glasses, like, the glass from his glasses, were essentially made from, like, the glass that brought him in the ship that brought him to Earth. Pardon me. So he put those on for glasses and whatnot, and apparently, like, when they're on, it hypnotizes people. Like, apparently Superman has a hypnotizing effect that when he has the glasses on, you know, people can't see that, like, they can't be like, "Oh my god, you're Superman." They're essentially hypnotized to see Clark Kent, not Superman.
That's bullshit. So now suddenly Superman has mind control, and now his glasses are from his planet too.
We also,
are they indestructible?
Well, you also have to keep in mind this was written back, you know, early on, as I said, in the comics, when Superman could change his fucking powers at the drop of a hat.
No.
Like, literally, it was like from one comic. There was one comic, you know, Superman couldn't fly. Then the next one, you know, a kid was like, "I bet you can't fly," blah blah blah, because, you know, essentially he was just jumping from building to building and whatnot. Before that, and Superman's like, "Oh yeah, watch this," fucking takes off flying.
Yeah, I don't know, sir. It's just weird to me that, like, no one notices, and it's kind of funny, like, using that argument. And just imagine, like, him as Clark Kent getting into, like, a fight at the bar.
Yeah, someone
Like, punching him in the face, and the glasses don't break.
Right, but case in point, why Superman has never really gotten into a fight as Clark Kent, because, like, fuck, the glasses fall off, there goes everything.
Yeah, but I mean, what if he even just, like, dropped them or stepped on them and they didn't break? Like, even if it's not, like, an altercation of some kind. Surely someone would be like, wow, your glasses are really cool. Where'd you get them?
Can I try them on?
No. Because then, oh my god, would that work where, like, someone else puts on the glasses and they're like, they think, and now all of a sudden Clark Kent thinks that they're Clark Kent? Like, is that how that works? Now all of a sudden, like, that bitch is Clark Kent?
Yeah, all of a sudden he just sees Superman. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
All of a sudden Lois is Clark Kent. She goes out, she tries to fucking, like, take off her normal clothes and become Superman, but instead she's just running around naked and shit. People are like, Lois, we appreciate it, but
yeah, like,
what's the deal?
like, Lois, what the fuck is wrong with you? Pulitzer
There
Prize
goes
winning
Margot
newspaper.
Kidder again.
Yep. Pulitzer Prize winning reporter, that Lois Lane.
Oh man! But seriously, how would that work? Like, someone else puts on the glasses. If that's
I don't know.
the argument,
I guess it would have no effect because Clark Kent's the fucking Kryptonian and whatnot.
he's
so,
the Kryptonian. Oh, so it only works for him.
yeah,
That's
essentially, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, let's face it, there is no human with hypnotic powers. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
What if Batman made an entire suit out of kryptonite?
I don't think that would be possible because kryptonite is essentially a fucking mineral. So
That's true.
So it'd be a little tough to do that. And then not only that, but I'm trying to remember if this was in the cartoons or the comics, but Lex Luthor was essentially dying from kryptonite poisoning because kryptonite has no effect on humans, if it's like a short exposure and whatnot. But Luthor was carrying the kryptonite around with him for so many fucking years that eventually, like, it just started poisoning his bloodstream and whatnot.
Nice.
So, and if Batman's essentially keeping this fucking thing around, no doubt it's gonna fucking affect him in some way.
He's gonna get Krypton cancer.
Exactly. Kryptonian cancer, exactly.
Of the dick.
I can't fuck anymore.
Well, he keeps it in his utility belt.
I fell off.
It's either going to be his dick or his ass. It's either going to be colon or,
I can't stop shitting anymore.
I got the bat shits.
It feels like Robin's tickling my ass again. And that's another thing too, man. Like, nobody fucking bats an eye. Fucking, like, Superman, like, does all this shit by himself and whatnot. Nobody bats an eye when fucking Bruce Wayne's just like, I'm gonna bring a kid along to fight my battles with me.
Yeah, he always has someone to help him.
Yeah, and it's always a fucking kid.
So that's kind of not a fair fight then, because I mean, he's always got at least one other person with him. It's not always a kid.
Oh, it's always a kid.
It's not always. No, because as you pointed out, fucking Dick Grayson, which is a terrible name, by the way, grows up to be fucking Nightwing.
Right, but when Batman has Robin with him, Robin is a fucking kid.
Yeah, but it's not always Robin. That's the point. And sometimes it's not even Robin. Sometimes, or Nightwing, it's like Catwoman or someone else.
That's true.
Sometimes it's a chick in tight leather. Trying to make him sound gay and like a pedophile. What does Superman got? What does he got for a sidekick?
Nobody.
Nothing.
Exactly, because
He's got his right and his left hands.
Exactly.
So, when he's bored, he can't be like, hey, Catwoman, you want to, go behind the bush over there?
No. But I don't think he exactly has the moves to just be like, all right, Wonder Woman, bend over. You're going to love this.
Okay, there is Wonder Woman.
Yeah. There is Wonder Woman, but he's just like, you know what? I want to fuck that Lois Lane bitch.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Guy could pretty much have any woman on the planet. Could have supermodels or fucking actresses and whatnot. He's just like, I want this newspaper reporter.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle syndrome.
Almost. But then again, really, April was like the only woman in their universe, so it's like...
That's true.
Not surprising where they're just going to like, Cowabunga, let's rape her. Donnie, let me borrow your staff. Watch
She's
this.
the only woman willing to come into the sewer. Let's fuck her. Oh, man. It's true, and your options are limited. You're like, fucking A.
Hey, hey, Raph, I modified your size. Check this out. 3-prong attack, bitch.
All three of them are like vibrating dildos. One in the pink, one in the stink, and one for backup.
And a rat in the mouth.
Very good, my son.
Watch this. We call this the mind fuck.
Well, that has nothing to do with Superman.
No, it really doesn't. God damn it. It's so easy to get off track with this shit.
It is. It is. The superhero world is so immense. It's just
It really,
it's easy to lose
it really is, man. But you remember that thing I was showing you? I think it was about a week ago. The ScrewAttack.com death battles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch those by any chance?
I didn't. No.
See, this is why.
Sir, I'm lazy.
I know. I'm lazy too, but you know what? Fucking, I don't go around bragging about it.
No, I've been busy, sir. We've been doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Excuse me. I don't even know why the fuck I brought that up. Oh, because
Superman Batman fight.
well, no, there was no Superman versus Batman fight. There was a Superman fight and there was a Batman fight, which ultimately Batman lost to Spider-Man.
Which I agree with.
Yes. Well, if you agree with that, then you can agree that Superman could knock out fucking Batman.
No.
Because it's okay. Here's the thing: like Spider-Man's got the spider sense and whatnot, so that takes away Batman's powers of stealth, or his ability to be stealthy and shit. Also, like, what's to say fucking unless Batman's wearing like a lead fucking suit, Superman's not gonna fucking see him, right?
What do you mean?
Like, if Batman's wearing a lead suit, Superman's going to be able to see him coming a mile away, you know? It's like Superman essentially can't see through lead because of its dense molecular structure. So if Batman's wearing, like, a lead suit, Superman's not going to see him coming. Motherfucker's wearing anything else, he's going to see him coming.
I think he's going to see a giant fucking lead suit coming his way. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It'd be like fucking, fucking Transformer coming at him, and I don't think he'd be like, I can't see it,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Superman could take down Optimus Prime.
You think so? I don't know. I think Prime would
What?
take him, personally. I think Prime could take him.
All right, Bruce, there's going to be somebody knocking on your door in about half an hour. They're going to put a nice white jacket on you, and they're going to take you for a little road trip, okay? They'll give you drugs, too. Just go for it.
He's a machine, sir. How is Superman going to defeat a machine?
Okay, Metallo's a machine, and Superman's taken him down, right? And fucking Metallo's powered by kryptonite. Superman has taken him down. What's to say he can't take down fucking Optimus Prime?
Because it's Optimus Prime, and he can turn into a truck, and he can ship Superman the fuck away. I don't know.
God, I hate you sometimes.
I got nothing.
Yeah, see, exactly. You got nothing.
I can't really defend against Optimus Prime, really, but...
Yeah, it's... I'm telling you, man. Fucking Superman would take down fucking Batman. No problem. Like, what were some of the other arguments that your uncle was having?
Well, we didn't really talk about it for long, but his arguments were mostly pretty much what I've already brought up.
Yeah, so just Batman being prepared for shit, which... I'm sorry.
More or less. Like, that is the central argument.
Okay, like we were saying before, like, if Batman's preparing for this fight, no doubt Superman's gonna fucking know about it, because, nobody... nobody just, like, springs the fucking attack on him. Like, Batman's, like... If Batman wants to make a fucking stance on it, he's gonna be like, look, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
So Superman's no doubt gonna have the same amount of planning time and, plan his attacks out carefully. But the thing is, like, Superman is going to hold back because Superman has that moral compass where he's like, I'm not going to fucking kill anybody. But
I think even if he didn't, if he went off the handle and he went all out, I don't know. I've kind of been swayed a little bit by the reading, and I don't know. I just have my doubts. I wouldn't say I'm swayed in that I think that Superman, or that Batman could 100% beat him, but I do have my doubts that Superman could just handily beat Batman. I think it'd be closer than you think.
I don't think it would.
And I really think that if Batman tried, he could beat him.
I don't think so. I really don't think so, because you really think about it, like, we'll go by the comics again. Like, Superman has taken on the Incredible Hulk. Okay, a beast that no doubt lands a punch on Batman. Fucking Batman just explodes into fucking atomic waste, in a sense, right?
Hard to say because he's fought other big guys before, like Clayface.
Right, but Clayface isn't like this muscular fucking beast that, like, the more pissed off he gets, the stronger he gets. Clayface essentially just can turn his hands into, like, hammers and other fucking weapons and whatnot and just melt away into, like, his puddle to get away and shit.
I'd say that's worse.
Not really. If you got a guy on fucking roid rage, like, I'll take the fucking guy made out of clay any fucking day, because I'm just like, you know what, there's shit you can do to clay. Like, if you set the guy on fire, like, he's essentially going to turn into, like, a fucking a ceramic pot. You can just smash it to shit. Like the Hulk, like, what the fuck are you going to do to that guy?
What about Batman's ability to trap Superman?
How so?
Anyway, I don't know. Think of some way. If he's
what
that's
is
kind of
like,
his deal. Is he's sort of like the kind of outsmart you rather than outbrute you kind of guy.
Yeah, see, now you're making this out to sound like a fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon. Like, there's fucking Batman, like, setting up fucking traps and shit, and like going, I'm gonna catch me a Superman.
Well, he would.
Probably, but I think
Minus the FUD voice. Maybe.
I'm gonna catch me a wabbit.
Well, Superman. He's the nicest guy I ever met.
Superman loves cowards.
Oh man.
No, I don't know, man. It's like I think
we should ultimately have our listeners decide who they think. You should put up a Facebook post or something and have people decide.
Like, 'cause here's the thing.
Take a vote.
Well, and here's the thing, man. Because then it turns into a fucking popularity contest, and everybody's like, "Fucking Batman! Batman's awesome! Batman's got all these fucking."
You don't know
gadgets."
that. There's probably some
know
Superman
that.
supporters out there.
I fucking know that for a fact. I'm even willing to bet on this.
I know you're not getting Joe's vote, but his vote for the Hulk don't count.
No, and even though Superman's beaten the fucking Hulk twice in the comics, that I guess amounts for jack shit.
Yeah, well, in the comics, I think they also had the Punisher beat Wolverine, so...
Yeah, that, I don't see that happening.
No, me neither.
Actually, I was just reading this graphic novel. It's Wolverine, the Old Man Logan story angle. You ever hear that?
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's pretty good. It's all the supervillains finally got their shit together and just said, look, what if we attack all the superheroes at once and just we can take them the fuck down? So the heroes get taken down. Like, most of them, if there's any stragglers, like, they're like doing like little odd jobs and whatnot in order to pay rent and shit. Like, Wolverine got mentally just mind fucked to the point where he's just like, look, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm not taking out the claws. I'm not doing anything. Fuck this. So he, like, you see him, like, living in the countryside, like working on a farm essentially, and like this gang of Hulks is like his landlord, and he's got to pay them off. And it turns out, like, all the Hulks are inbred because fucking Bruce Banner only mated with She-Hulk. And they started a family, they fucked each other and kept fucking and fucking and fucking, and essentially they got this gang of just fucking redneck Hulks.
That's kind of funny.
That is pretty funny.
Ding 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 Hulk smash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god,
So-
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so, but I mean, the thing was, like, it was like Red Skull organized it and just, took down like most of the heroes and whatnot. So Wolverine's like pretty much living on the lam. But the way they fucked him was like, and this is another Frank Miller thing. I thought this was really well written, mostly because fucking Hulk dies in it. But the way they fucked him was they had villains like attacking Xavier Mansion and whatnot. And Wolverine's like telling these kids, like, get the fuck out of here, don't look back, get out, get out, get out. And as he's fighting these villains, like, he he's like he's slashing to death, like, Sinister, fucking Omega Red, a whole bunch of other fucking villains. And he's like, Bullseye was the last one to go down. It took me like 90 minutes to take him down. I'm like, fucking Bullseye couldn't put up a fight against you, no doubt, man. What the fuck is this bullshit? So, he stabs fucking Bullseye, like, through the ribs and whatnot. And Bullseye's just like, what are you doing? Where are your friends? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And all of a sudden he just sees that it's Jubilee that he stabbed. He's just like, what? He's like, what the fuck is going on here? So Mysterio appears and he's just like, yep, I just fucked with you so badly, dude. So Wolverine's just like, you know what, fuck this, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of here. So he essentially like just runs away from the fucking mansion, and he's just like, Wolverine had to die that day, so he's like, I just laid my head down on a train track. Fucking train ran over his head, and he's like, well, you came back. He's like, yeah, but that hurt like a bitch, and that's all you need sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I suggest if you see it on the shelves and whatnot, I say pick it up, man. It's really good.
Right on. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Like the Hulk eats Wolverine. It's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny. Nom,
like,
nom, nom.
Well, no, because like the way it happens is like, so the Hulks are Wolverine's landlords and whatnot, and Wolverine just comes back from.
Sounds like a sitcom.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of like a sitcom in a way. Wolverine comes back from doing this sort of drug run with Hawkeye. Hawkeye's blind now, and so they come back from doing this supposed drug drop, which is they're carrying like a bunch of like super soldier serum to like build up a resistance against the villains, and turns out to be a fucking sting operation.
Oops.
So they kill off Hawkeye and whatnot. Wolverine like comes back with this big case of like $1,000 and whatnot. He's pretty much set for life. So he comes back, he's ready to pay the fucking rent to the Hulks and whatnot. He's like, I got 2 days left to pay this off. This is great. He comes back, his wife and his kids are dead. Because, some guy was like, look, the Hulks came here, they killed them because they said they got bored. So Wolverine's just like, fuck this, I'm not Logan anymore, I'm fucking Wolverine. Claws come out. and you learn, like, Wolverine hadn't taken the claws out for, like, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you see him like just go fucking apeshit to like where the Hulks live and whatnot, and you see Bruce Banner is like an old man. He's like, a lot of people say like radiation poisoning fucking made me crazy and whatnot, but I wanted my old Wolverine back. I've missed these fights. So Wolverine like pretty much fucks him up, like stabs him right to the chest. He's like, you shouldn't have done that. You just made me angry. And people piss themselves when I get angry. It turns into this like middle-aged Hulk. it was like balding on top. He's got like the gray hair, like unicorn thing, like not unicorn,
my
like
God.
a horseshoe of hair and whatnot.
Oh my god.
And he just like picks up Wolverine. Just you see him just bite him in one panel, and the next one he's like sitting down watching TV and whatnot. And the guy was like, "That Wolverine guy came, killed everybody." He's like, "I know, I ate him." The guy's like, "Why the hell did you eat him?" I don't know. He's like, well, Hulk's like, well, we've eaten our enemies before. He's like, yeah, but none of them had the healing factor that Wolverine did. So Hulk shows like he's having like stomach cramps and whatnot, and fucking like just collapses on the floor. You see Wolverine just like explode out of his fucking back, like just torn to shit.
Oh man.
I'm like, that's fucking badass.
That's crazy.
So I'm like that. Huh. I'm like, that's pretty good. Like Frank Miller has. So far, one hit and 2 misses with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, the 2 misses being the Batman Returns bullshit. I'm sorry, that is fucking bullshit. Like, even like an aged fucking Bruce Wayne, like, just barely coming back as Batman, takes down the head of the Mutants organization. I'm sorry. I'm having a little trouble buying that, and then taking down Superman. I'm like, come on, this is such fucking bullshit. And then there's Kick-Ass, which I don't think I need to explain to anybody.
Yeah.
We'll just leave that as it is.
Yeah, we'll just forget about that.
Yeah, we're just no. Okay, we're done here. You can clean up shop, Frank.
I thought it was kind of strange, maybe a little off topic, but my uncle is actually kind of excited that Ben Affleck is cast as Batman. He thinks it's a good idea.
I'm not even sure what to think about that though.
Because he said I don't think you've seen Argo, but he said that based on Argo, he could totally see him as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, we can see him as Bruce Wayne, no doubt. But I mean, as Batman, I don't know.
And that's my argument. Like, well, yeah, I could see him as Bruce Wayne too. You can put pretty much anybody as Bruce Wayne.
There's a lot of people you can see as fucking Bruce Wayne. Like you would see motherfucking Sean Penn as Bruce Wayne.
Right. It's just putting them in the cape and cowl. Like, okay, now you got problems. You know?
Like dude, I could see fucking Mickey Rourke as fucking Bruce Wayne. I can't see him as Batman though. I think Mickey Rourke's a hell of an actor.
I don't know if I could see Rourke, because Bruce Wayne has to be like an attractive kind of dude. So like people look at Mickey Rourke like, ugh.
Yeah. Like
Other than
he fell out of the ugly tree, hit every branch on the way down, rode down the ugly hill, hit every blade of ugly grass, and then rolled into the ugly town and got the ugliest T-shirt there.
Pretty much. He could be Clayface.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
And then he'd still beat the shit out of Superman.
Yeah.
I got you to admit that Clayface
What?
could beat Superman.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I think that settles it. I think I win this argument.
No, fucking Clayface. No way Clayface could take down fucking Superman. I'm sorry. No fucking dude. No fucking chance, dude. Like I said,
Dude, I still say we leave it to the vote and let the listeners decide.
you know what?
Superman or Batman?
You want me to go on Facebook right now? I'll fucking create this poll, man. I
Do
will
it.
absolutely do it.
Do it, and we'll have the results for next podcast.
I'm telling you, it's nothing more than a fucking popularity contest. People are gonna be like, "Oh, it's Batman! Batman's always got the kryptonite and derp 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 derp."
I'm looking forward to the terpa comments.
Oh, so am I, man. It's
I'm pretty spent on Batman and Superman.
I don't know. Like I could keep talking Superman for fucking ever, but
I think Batman's got the better movies
well, Jesus Christ, man, you gotta cut
and
Superman.
the better music,
I don't know, man. I don't know
and
about
definitely the bebetter costume.
that. Jesus Christ, really? Anything else on Superman you want to dump on?
He is a stupid dog, and Lois Lane's ugly, and his mother dresses him funny.
Fucking Superman's like super dick. Like, all right, super dick.
It's super dick.
I don't know.
So, if you want to be a part of our poll,
Yeah, if you want to be a part of our poll, look on the STS Radio Facebook page. It'll be up there. Just go to facebook.com/STS_radio, and you'll find it. So, there you go. And then just make your vote on whether it be Superman that wins the fight, Batman, or Herpa Derpa 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 Derp. Which, if you click Herpa
whichever.
Derpa Derpa Derp, I'm just going to assume that's, Spanish for wow, you guys are fucking nerds.
pretty much.
But I mean, one last point, like it's going back to that whole like taking credibility away. Superman, like, we'll even you've seen you've seen Man of Steel, right, or no?
No.
Okay, well, again, spoiler here. Superman kills in that movie. Like Superman kills
somebody?
He kills General Zod.
Right on.
He kills General Zod, like a guy who's got the same fucking powers as him, like, heat beams and fucking breath and all that shit, and every fucking power that Superman has and whatnot. Superman takes him fucking down and fucking kills him. But yet
How does he do it?
He breaks his neck.
So that begs the question, can't Batman do that to Superman?
Fucking no.
Why not?
Well, because here's the thing. If Superman is able to survive fucking supernovas and, like, planets, like, crashing into him, I don't think Batman's gonna be like, I just snapped your neck. Superman's just gonna be like, dude, I'm gonna take you and fucking toss you across the room, you little bitch.
Well, surely he could find something that has the same torque.
Not really, man.
Anyway, what was your point about him killing General Zod?
'Cause the point is, like, Superman killed General Zod, which, okay, Superman doesn't kill, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like, Superman took down a guy that had the same fucking powers as him, without kryptonite and whatnot. But yet, you're gonna tell me that some fucking guy that runs around dressed as a fucking bat is easily able to take him down.
You're like, some fucking guy.
There's some fucking guy from this place called fucking Gotham says, hey,
Who
guess
the
what?
fuck does he think he is?
Says, I'm the fucking Batman, comes out and says, I got this thing called kryptonite. It's gonna take this fucking guy down. Meanwhile, there's this guy in fucking Metropolis, takes down a fucking supervillain from his own home planet who hasn't seen fucking shit for years, and he takes him the fuck down when he's trying to kill people. Superman grabs him and fucking snaps his fucking neck, because he's got no other choice. And you're gonna tell me this fucking guy from Gotham is gonna take this fucking guy down? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, you totally turned into Pesci there. It was great.
What am I here to amuse you? You think I'm funny like a clown? I'm here to amuse you.
Oh shit. So I guess ultimately it comes down to Superman's brute force for you in just general. Like he has a ton of powers. There's really nothing
not really.
that Batman could do to avoid it.
Not really, because
And the opposite side is that Batman has the intellect and the preparedness to deal with pretty much any situation.
I wouldn't even say that Batman has the intellect, because I mean, you really think about it, like, Batman's only as smart as he's able to be as a human being. Like, Superman has this infinite fucking wisdom. Like, essentially, he can store more...
that he doesn't use.
Yeah. Like, essentially, he can have as much knowledge as fucking Brainiac.
But he doesn't use it.
But, I'm saying, like, you know, if Batman's gearing up for a fight against Superman, no doubt Superman's gonna have a fucking plan to take down Batman. I fully fucking believe that.
Yeah.
I fully fucking believe that.
I kind of stand behind the Jock argument where he's like, I'm just big and stupid.
See, this is you playing devil's advocate. I know it. I absolutely know. I know it for a fact, dude.
I have to, sir. I have to stand behind my argument.
No, you don't, man. Because I know as soon as we get off, as soon as we're done recording here, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, you made some really good points. Superman really could kick the shit out of him." Like, essentially, to me, it's like. It wouldn't even be like look, if now I'm trying to make 5 points at once, and like they're all fighting for attention in my head right now. This is what happens. I turn all mush mouth and just I don't know what I'm talking
become
about.
Superman after he read the library. He still just doesn't do anything with it.
No, my tongue is like Superman trying to eat out Lois Lane's pussy. It's like, there we
Let
go.
us not turn this argument into the sex lives of both characters. I do not want to go that far. I do not want to know about,
Like, look,
Bat's prowl.
I'm pretty sure Batman wins that fight, because I mean, fuck it, you see him with like a new broad every comic.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you know, it's
But
kinda,
Superman's loyal. He's like the family man.
yeah, Superman's loyal and whatnot, but
Batman's like the pimp.
it's kind of funny. Like, if Superman wants a new sunroof, all he has to do is like fly through the ceiling or just fucking jerk off and just shoot into the ceiling.
Oh, man.
Like his super cum just. There we go.
Super Batman got nothing on the super.
Yeah, exactly. Like Superman could take down Batman with a super sperm. There we go. He can just jerk off. There we go.
All right, there we go.
It'd be like taking out Batman
That's
with
it.
it'd be like taking out Batman with a sniper.
That's it.
That's it, man.
I got nothing for that.
You don't need Green Arrow for that, motherfucker.
You just need a tissue, sir. Or a Batman.
There we go, man. All right, so you can check out our past podcasts at fucking Spreaker.com. You search for STS Radio on there, obviously. Or if you're listening to this, you've already found it. You can also find us on iTunes. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search for STS Radio, and no doubt you'll fucking find us.
Booyah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go create this fucking poll right now. I guarantee you we'll get a couple of votes, and I guarantee you fucking Batman. Like, dude, I will even wager fucking money on this.
Really? You really think that strongly that Batman's going to win this poll?
Yes, because it's all a fucking popularity contest.
I don't know. See, I don't know. There's a lot of Superman fans out there, too.
All right, here's the deal. I'll make this fucking bet with you right now. Right fucking now. If Superman wins the poll, okay, I owe you dinner or something, or fucking lunch or something, wings or something, whatever. All right? But if Batman wins this fucking poll, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
Well, we'll just owe each other, like, food or something,
Yeah,
like dinner or something.
Yeah.
That'll be the steak.
That'll be it.
The steak will literally be a steak.
Yes. So the steak will be like the loser has to buy lunch or something.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So we'll put this on record right now. Bruce thinks that Superman is going to win the poll.
Total. Well, yes. I'm pretty sure that Superman's going to win the poll.
Yes. I think Batman is going to win the poll because it's a fucking popularity contest. So, final thoughts. No doubt for me, Superman wins the fucking fight.
And I say Batman. Actually, I say fuck them both and Spidey all the way. But I can't bring that argument up in this fight, so we'll save that for the next episode.
I got kryptonite webbing. Get the
We'll save
fuck
that
out
for
of
the next episode.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, fucking kryptonite webbing. Fucking blow it out your ass.
Fucking high school piece
Exactly.
of shit.
If you want to email us, you can also email your comments about this to STSradio what is it? sts_radio@yahoo.com.
Booyah.
Yeah. And, you can also just email us with whatever you want and just, tell us we suck or whatever. It's fine. You can't exactly hurt our feelings that easily here.
Because we don't have any in the first place.
Yeah. It only hurts when I shit.
Oh man, can I just end on my pizza story actually that I had?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's go with that. I kind of wanted to
Because
lead
it's
off
pretty
with
quick.
that. I kind of wanted to lead off with that, but fuck it, do whatever.
Fucking A. So anyways, it's kind of quick, but like Liz and I decided to order some Roman pizzas from Bertucci's, and we really dig the Bertucci's. We really like the Sporky because it has sausage. Sausage.
Yeah.
So anyway, we ordered, basically a Roman Sporky, and as part of the deal, it was like $17. You got 2 Roman pizzas, so the other one was a pepperoni. We bring them home. First of all, it took 20 minutes longer. They said to pick it up at 5:20, so we got there. It was fucking 5:40 before we bombed out of there, so I was pissed to begin with.
All right.
We get home, and I open up, and I'm like, oh, I'm so looking forward to the Sporky. And I open it up, and I'm like, oh, look at the sausage, look at the cheese, where's the red sauce? Fuck, there's no red sauce on this fucking pizza. So this motherfucker, I guess, must have been new or something. We call him up, and we're like, hey, what's the deal? Like, there's no red sauce on this pizza. And the guy's like, fucking idiot, didn't put red sauce on the pizza. So ultimately, we got it all free, but I ended up with, like, what amounts to the Sporky, the pepperoni pizza, and I guess cheesy bread with sausage for free.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Hell yeah. Except for the fact that, we originally had pizza with no red sauce.
Well, so what? I mean, you got a Walmart down the street. You can't, like, go down the street to a fucking Walmart, pick up a jar of
Just
sauce.
dump sauce on it.
Yeah, just dump the fucking sauce on there. It costs, like, what, $1, if that?
I guess.
You can even spice it up. Just be like, fuck it, check it out, barbecue sauce. That's our Sporky.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue Sporky. There we go.
Barbecue Sporky.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there we go.
So anyway, that was my pizza ordeal.
All right. All right.
Fucking A.
Well, okay, that's way to end this on a note like that. All right. Anything else you want to add, Bruce? Any plugs or anything?
No.
All right. Well, don't forget you can also listen to our friends on the Mike and Billy show. From what I understand, they have some really great guests coming up, and they've got some really good interviews on their show as well. They do great podcasts, especially if you're a fucking wrestling head. I think you'll really dig their show.
Right on.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Cool, man. Well, it's been fun debating the fucking bat and the soups.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the next week with this poll and whatnot, and I look forward to you buying me dinner.
You said poll.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Poll. And the numbers are rising. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Have a week.